There we go. Hello! I forgot. I muted my mic when I opened OBS last because I was recording the fact that YouTube does animations around its video player when you're watching stuff, and that caught me off guard. Anyway, hi! We're back into it. I am so fucking tired. I had an eventful day of doing nothing and then taking a nap about it, so you know, it be how it be when it be like that. But we're back in. We're here to play some Final Fantasy 14. Shout out to GDQ right now for playing Final Fantasy 5, and that's what they're wrapping up GDQ with. And I was like, someone did a donation about like, hey, you know what you can do? You can play hit MMO Final Fantasy 14, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just God, I'm gonna fill up this notebook. I was tempted to flip through it in front of everything, and I realized there's nothing that I can't show in here. Is there? Probably not. It's fine. There are my notes from the Pokemon Regional, which does remind me about the Pokemon Regional. Man, I haven't played Pokemon since the Regional, and I am happy. Last we left off, we had just cleared out. I remember well. Last we left off, we just finished Nordvant. Yeah, there's no D in there. Nordvant. So now, I don't know what we're doing. I do remember we pissed off Yulmore, so that shoe's gonna drop at some point. Yeah. Let's see, where are we going? Oh, back to, oh, I remember. I was, getting really, really annoyed at, the, song playing in Nordvant. What's up, Calvi? I was like, oh, it's night, and then I realized, no. But maybe. Eventually, give it a minute. Good evening, toucans. I forgot how adorable Minfilia is. I just want to, like, pat her like you were dribbling a basketball, you know? I'm sorry, twins. New child just dropped. Almost better from cold. Oh, I didn't know you had a cold. I had a very eventful day. When me and my mom went out to hang out, we went to a skiing place, and my mom was like, I actually did no prep for this. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm not going to do prep for this. And then they were sold out. But thankfully, they're really close, so we're just going tomorrow. But it just meant that I woke up earlier than I do for work. I'm so embarrassed about my sleep schedule whenever it comes up because I'm so awful at getting up for work that 90% of the time, whenever I have plans at like normal people hours on the weekend, like for the Pokemon Regional or for hanging out with my mom, I always get up earlier than I do when I need to go to work, and it wrecks me for the rest of the day. It absolutely destroys me. I need to wake up early tomorrow because we need to be on the road from my apartment at 8 a.m., which is almost late for this place. For context, I normally get out of bed for work at like 8:45. And then I try to show up to work at like 9:30, and I'm usually a little bit later than that, but it's fine. Thancred, what's up? Oh god. This was maybe a choice. Maybe I should have done Rain World for tonight, but I just want progress. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing, you have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the Warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going, together, needless to say, to the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fae folk. that Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmor's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all when I say I've had a belly full of eel meg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Better than mine, bless. Or unblessed, however you look at it. Ooh, I forgot Uyan J's sick new clothes. Alright, well, there we go. We head back. We head back. We do a little bit of a trip as a treat. I'm sure that the sea... Yeah, this place hasn't even burned down or anything. It would be a fucking wild move for Final Fantasy to build a whole ass hub city and then burn it down. And just be like, actually, Etherite, gone. Goodbye. Good luck. We feel like I actually have apartments here. Oh! You're just clogging up the local real estate, huh? There we go. I see nothing out of the ordinary. I wasn't worried until Alfino said I see nothing out of the ordinary. Now I'm concerned. What do you mean you see nothing out of the ordinary? And then we came back and nothing had changed and everything was fine. Why are they establishing such an air of normalcy?
All seems well at the Crystarium.
Yes. Yulmor was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Being put at ease so much is making me ill at ease. Wait, is that... the balls on this man?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Sup?
And you are...
Oh, Alize. Wait, do I know who this guy is?
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation.
Sup?
I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity... I am Emet Selch, Asian.
Okay. We're going from 0 to 100 real quick. I'm just expecting Thancred to step forward, gunblade in hand, and try to stab him. So...
Gaius spoke of you. A native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
He's literally turning our back on us.
Oh, it is truly, deeply...
horrible. Disappointing.
infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining? Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all.
Where's this going?
Thanks to your meddling, Light's supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Thank you!
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Alright, who's he killing? Shit.
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habre did. And we all know how well that ended for him.
Where's this going?
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground?
Can you stop being so smug about it? Can we start there?
For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
There's such a condescending tone in his words.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted.
I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
Man. Okay. Like, it's clearly a trap. Sorry, this man had a... like... for no better way to... like... You know the part I like about that cutscene more than any? Is that he's like, I'm immortal. I can just start again. And I'm like, yeah, he can just start again, can't he? And it's... but at the same time, this has to be a trap or a trick, because... I mean, Jesus Christ, he's he's a character in a Japanese game who basically did the full like like evil speech like thousands of times in other cutscenes. Like, he's not gonna just turn out being like good. And there was such a condescension to his voice that was so good of the voice actor. Of like, surely we should try to be friends. With like, just a hint of condescending, but not so condescending that you're like, alright, asshole, settle down. Like, fuck. That was a very excellent performance. Cooperation? He can't be serious. Can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Dekka. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. Did you just tell me to fucking run along? You're 16! In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. I gotta meet up with, Ardbert, don't I? Fucking run along. Run along. You know what? Maybe I'll sprint along. Fuck you. She's just mad that I'm talking about how cute Minfilia is. She's like, that's my dad. No. We should probably go in and do the job quest, shouldn't we? Or lol quest, as it is. Take care of that before I forget, because this one is at... We actually have 2 that we're in the middle of, aren't we? Because we're at 75. There was one at 72, so there's definitely 2 more that we gotta do. Might as well knock these out. All set to embark on a great hunt, Dekka. Then let's be about it. Before you ask, I have no intention of leading us into the wilds without even an inkling of... Double checking I'm not on... displaying my browser. Okay, why am I getting a Teams message? Sorry. Double checking. It's Saturday, isn't it? Why? Ah. Alright, we're good. Where was I? Before you ask, I have no intention of leading us out into the wilds with an inkling of Dicaiosine's whereabouts. Norvent may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it'd take us a dozen lifetimes to score every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dicaiosine has attacked before. The village of Light on Colusia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So, let's be off then. I flinched on my old Teams message. Apologies, but also I'm not gonna... Fair enough, I'm not exactly gonna mute it. But we're all good. Oh, did I never talk to the Amaro Keeper here? No, apparently not. I like your suspenders. Right, Granson, what's up? Welcome to Light. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me... Never mind, we'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down Dicaiosine is what matters right now. Oh, you were in the village when he attacked, I assume. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. So, out of curiosity, how good are these role quests in people's opinions? Let's see. Oh, there's one. Because... Oh, there's the other. Okay. What's up, buddy? Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you want with me? The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh, God, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I know I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and Edith and... Ah! I apologize for my non-dramatic read, but I'm too tired to try to do this right. Huh? Where did you come from? What do you want with me? Jesus Christ, why do you look so tired? Dichiasine. That thrice damned eater that's a spitting image of a Galgant knight. That Dichiasine. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he... Oh, Wicked White, if you'd seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Oh yeah, this is the village that got attacked by a sin eater. I remember because this girl's dad died. That did happen. I remember. God, maybe I should do that quest line, but also I really don't want to do that quest line. They're pretty good in the scheme of job quests, I'd say. Fair enough. Not exactly a high bar to clear, but... I wonder if they... Sorry, my thought process was... This guy almost looks like a Garlean. And then my thought process was, I wonder if the Garlean race, like... exists... Well, Garleans aren't really their own race. They're more like Hures with the weird gems in the middle of their foreheads. But... Still, I'm curious. Oh, I'm sorry. We're in the first. Humes. Well, learn anything worth sharing? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. What exactly happened here? Because you just said we, like I get it, you're from here. Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. And then a train passed through. Okay, there we go. Oh, I was born and raised in Light. Lacking any real prospects, I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Yomorian trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, but he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Out here that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had, so... When the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for the work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over. And when I got back to Light... Dicarian scene had been busy. Despite at least a dozen newborn eaters flooding about trying to make sense of their new lot. Their grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter. Both of them reduced to mindless fiends. Just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was. Alive and well. Our eyes met, and we knew it was going to be alright. We ran for each other, and... Even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there, in front of me, and the next she was... Dichycine knelt and took the Fangs of Orthus, then left, leading a host of sin-eaters out of Light. But Melinda, I still couldn't see as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the time she'd welcome me home with a hot bowl of hot stew. All the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. I think that was a fine read right up to the last line. It was like, I killed her, you know. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. Dichycine would die, by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul. An enduring reminder to the vow I'd never dare stray from the path. All done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still with me to the end, sinner? That's the spirit. Still, I have some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I'd be most grateful. Wow, that's the whole quest? Ah, well that was light, which is nice. 74, there we go. Alright. What turned the Warriors of Light into Sin Eaters? Jesus, that's a hard question to ask. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of Dichyacine. There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore and that the Eater took with him when he left Light. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends, driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet, Dichyacine took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique. Or the sinless bastard's somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Hi, Almaz. What just happened? Oh, sorry, excuse me. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask. The Yulmoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Dichyacines' attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that an Eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Decca. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. I'm about to... Huh. Really? Like, at some level I get it, but they're going to make me walk into... This is a level 74 job quest. I have definitely picked off Ranjit by this point in the story. And they're just going to have me walk straight into the Yulmoran capital? That's strange. Like, I know why. I know, like, when I left, they did, like, some hand-waving of, like, oh, no, don't worry, we'll make sure you won't get arrested because we're your patrons and we care about you and we're actually nice people and we're not Aunt Marge. But, like, I'm still a little bit surprised that, like, the role quest, which I have to do to complete the main story, so it's basically the main story, is taking me into Yulmore. That's concerning. Shocking. Flat out weird. Like, it's not like they could have just, like, put the trader somewhere else. Huh. I also appreciate the irony of him being like, I can't go there and ask him. He might have me clapped in irons. Anyway, you, who the entire continent and the remaining surviving human race is currently at war over. Why don't you go in there? Have fun, buddy. Alright, shit. Let's see what happened. Also, do me a favor. When I was editing the Lethal Company VOD, because I'm editing that for fun, basically. It's not going to be done for like a month. I noticed like weird buzzes sometimes. So if for any reason you hear like a weird buzz coming from my mic, just let me know. Oh my god, they're really going to make me... Fair enough. Yeah, but you're buff. I am pretty buff. That is true. One might even say that I am super buff. With my nice, grabbable waist. Not sure I've noticed that before, but I'll keep an eye out. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it was just something weird to do with Lethal Company. Or maybe just my mic that night. Because I don't think it was happening on my side. I think it was just happening whenever I listened to Saren or Tom's audio. But it was weird. So, you know. Oh, yeah, the strip club. Okay, cool. Do I have to turn off my fucking stream before I walk in here? Hey, can I see your boss? I have to know what happens if I talk to you. Give me a game over, Final Fantasy 14. That'd be really funny. Nope, can't go up there. I'm deeply disappointed. I just think it'd be real funny if it was like, actually, you talk to someone here, we're giving you a fake game over screen and kicking you out to the main menu because you got caught. Dumbass. This seems like it would be the worst spot for, like, ERPers and stuff. Don't tell me they have a strip club at, like, the Golden... Because the ERPers need to hang out somewhere. I know they're here, somewhere. And I want to avoid it, so please tell me where I need to avoid. And to what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? They hang out in Limsa or their private properties, fair. Why Limsa? The things of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Vobert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true, from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in light. Alas, she was one of several casualties of a Sin Eater attack, during which the things of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have, of course, been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mordsuk, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the things of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Alright, well, fuck. This is just kind of the unofficial main hub. It's got market boards close to the Aetheryte, so it's where people congregate. I'm not sure it's... I'm sure it's not as bad as it's made out to be, and yet still an adventure. Well, damn. I was under the fearful impression that Crystal was like a very big RP server. But I guess there's a difference between RP and ERP. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. Is this piece of similar design... If this piece of similar design is related to the things of Orthus, then it might attract Ekharisine's attention. Assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. Oh my god. Mordsuk. It's as bad as it's made out to be. What? Hang on, I have to double check something. Hey. Sorry, setting up a joke that will never be told. Let's see. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot. You know, the nice thing about this, being named Mordsuk is I'll never forget that the kobolds are the Mords, because fuck, if I did, it'd be real embarrassing. Fine weather we're having today in Mordsuk, isn't it? No such a thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of Vobertrite trinkets here. Find the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer, as before. Alright, well, I can't possibly miss the Blade of Light a fourth time. Hey, that looks promising. Let's see. Well met! How may I be of service to you? Oh, a choker that once belonged to Vobertrite royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession. But no, I do not. In all my years here, I've never even heard of someone undertaking such a thing. Where was Vobert again? Hang on, wait a second. I actually need to look at my notes. I forget if it was here or if it was in Ilmeg. Oh, I don't have my notes open. Well, will someone correct me before my notes load up? It's Ilmeg. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. I thought it was Ilmeg, but I didn't want to, like, bet on it. Oh, there we go. Yes? Do you have business with me, traveler? Ah, the Voberdite choker. Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once he realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for his return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Oh, your husband's dead. Sorry, buddy. I'll bring you back the news in about 20 minutes. Hey, grandson. We have a corpse to find. Let's go. What news, friend? Hey, Saren. You ever stand on a pile of TNT holding a match and just think to yourself, I'd love to fly? Ah, to think it was that easy. You're the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory's correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker, he's a target for dikaiosine. Go for it. It's not that funny. All that happened was, who was it? Amaz and Toucans were talking about ERP and Balmung, and I just quietly slipped out to Discord like, hey, Saren, what's your home server again? Saren, what are your thoughts on the quicksand of Balmung? Terrifying. Don't go there. Damn, it's weird how Saren typed that. 9 out of 10 people in the Balmung quicksand are from other servers, though. Oh, so it has a reputation now. Oh, that's a problem. That is not shaken so easily. I don't actually know where the quicksands is. I assume it's just the bar. I'll kill you. Damn, that timing was good. Mercy, mercy! Oh, hey! He's not dead. Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family, Sup? Please, I beg of you, Welp! Oh my god, why do they have the dog girl hair? He's got mittens on. He holds a sword and he's using mittens? Like plate mitt? Did the previous Light Warden do that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, might as well try my best. Sorry. Please. Please. What the fuck was that? I can whimper better than that. Let's just kill this guy. 685. Wait. Sarah, do you need me to ban you real quick to delete that? Are you posting your one-time code? Do you trust us? No, it was my one-time... Saren, please. Oh, jeez. I know we were just talking about, like, ERP stuff, but this is really hardcore, especially for my Twitch chat. Please. Oh, we gotta go over here. I posted a password in Twitch chat once. Oh, no. Oh. That is my nightmare. Fortunately enough for me, I guess, I have like enough rotating passwords for like different accounts and everything that like if I posted one, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But like, honestly, especially because nobody knows any of my usernames either, so I'm lucky with that. It's nice having 2 passwords almost like that, but trust me, I won't use your one-time protection. Oh my god, yeah, you would have had to... Oh, no. And everyone in the chat was like, I am... Everyone in the chat is going to double-check their text field for, like, the next, like, 6 months. People don't need to know. Shame you missed the fun. This one could bit off a bit more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. You can see it in their eyes. Oh. Sorry. I thought this was him interrupting itself, but it wasn't. Like when Dikaiosine... Don't tell me you saw him. Wicked white. And he took the choker too? Damn it! Damn it all! He can't keep getting away! He can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it. Also, what's the Dalmud launcher? It's just like light. I was too late to save him, just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world, Dikaiosine. Vengeance will be mine! Right. Yes, neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. It's just every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first, of her. Cool, thanks. You were walking away from me. We've known each other for like 5 minutes. Dollar mid launch that hasn't happened for eons. Toucans. Also, yes, I get that reference now. That is a very funny name for a mod launcher. Do you think that launching the moon Dalamid changed the tides? It couldn't have, because they would have had to get the mass from the planet. Like, if we were to take the Earth... Hang on, I have a question to submit to What If XKCD. Submit. Oh, are they not taking submissions anymore? Oh, I don't see a thing to submit. Rip. Alright. Right. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't. The wife doesn't know she's become a widow. Hey, your signal? She's single? Sod it, I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not that there ever are any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your own affairs, Dekka. We'll speak again soon. Too soon? Hey, life comes at you fast. And so do Sin Eaters. With their swords. With their attacks. That's the word I'm gonna go with here. Anyway, Balmung is a server. Whenever I'm tired and loopy, I feel like I'm either at the top of my game or completely incomprehensible. I feel like I'm both right now. Welcome back, sir. We've been expecting you. You will find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yeah, get me out of here. Very good, sir. I bid you a pleasant evening. Oh, what was that item I just got? I wasn't actually looking. Balmung, it's weird, but it's home. Talking about Portland. Alright, Ardbert, you son of a gun. I know you're in here. My horns almost look like they're bloodied. I never noticed that before, or never consciously registered it. Gilgamesh, I don't have to data center travel to use Party Finder. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray, take your rest and recover. Are those
From
sandwiches?
the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emet's selch we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining.
I'm just picturing Ardbert doing this whole monologue, and meanwhile Dekka's just like, yeah. Oh yeah, that cutscene.
Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emet Selch had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Oh! Bro, oh my god, Granddad, I love you too. I love you so much. I have just got home from work. I am just trying to eat my dinner. Well, not everything. But would be nice. I mean, you said it. I'm getting mad about how many times I say something as...
Well, that's... I suppose you're right.
I'm getting mad about how many times I'm saying something as a joke, and then Final Fantasy immediately says the same thing. I think their brainworms are starting to get to me.
He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Oh, I don't know why Ardbert asking me about me is like the most heartfelt, like, oh. What's Shu Takumi? Sean the Dark is a Yakuza character. That's the first thing I think of about when trying to out stupid something. Oh, Phoenix Light ghost trick designer. Neat. Yeah. It's kind of hard to... Oh my god, I own the Ace Attorney games. I forgot about that. Realpolitik? Realpolitik? What the fuck does Realpolitik have to do with my... Oh my god, my high school European teacher would be so mad if I walked up to them and I was like, hey, yeah, Realpolitik, just like in Final Fantasy XIV. They'd be like, what the fuck? That wasn't... Actually, wait. No, that does fit here. With the Garlean? Sorry, Realpolitik was a school of political thought popularized by... Fuck, what was his name? The Chancellor of Germany before... Well, he wasn't before World War One. It was about 20 years before World War One. I think he was a large part of uniting Germany. What was his name? Bismarck. Otto von Bismarck, yes. I acknowledge that a lot... Actually, I don't know. I feel like, since I know what Realpolitik is, I feel like most people probably know what Realpolitik is. But I don't want to fall into that trap. But now I'm curious. Do y'all know what Realpolitik is? Because I need a reality check of, like... Surely. Yeah. Like, it's not an uncommon term. I don't know much about, political thoughts. I don't need to explain what Realpolitik is. Do I? Vaguely aware of it, yeah. I don't think I was ever taught about Realpolitik. Oh. Shout out to my AP Euro teacher. I was just sitting there like... Vague generalization, just that it's practical over like moral or ethical, I think. Yeah, that's basically everything I know about it. I'm not an expert. Good evening to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the ocular. He asks that you convene with him at your earliest convenience. Yeah, I feel like we all know roughly the same amount about it. Of like, yeah, we've got the vibes, not the specifics. Much to the disappointment of my AP Euro teacher. I don't want to ruin this person's glam shot. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just, oh yeah, shit, I forgot. Except me. Toucans, all Realpolitik was it was a school of political strategy popularized or exemplified, I guess, by Otto von Bismarck, who was Chancellor of Germany about 20 years before World War One. And his big project was like uniting Germany, and his thing was that he was a very straight talker, basically. That's everything I'm able to summarize in like a sentence. Wikipedia exists, and I would be on Wikipedia right now if I wasn't streaming.
Just in time to welcome our guest.
Oh, this asshole. Basically trying to win politics through this pragmatism rather than simply being like, these are my beliefs and I act upon them in accordance with my ideals. Kind of, yeah. That seems right, and also vaguely wrong, but I don't know enough about Realpolitik to dispute it.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon? Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
Can we stab this man? He's just like...
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon?
This guy did cause like 90% of life on this planet to be wiped out. I feel like we're at the attack on sight stage of our relationship.
Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
Oh my god.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Y'all, he slaughtered millions.
The olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy.
You want to give us like any piece of knowledge?
For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
Thancred was literally possessed by one of Emmett Selch's colleagues. I can't imagine he's not a fan. Man, I forgot about that. Jesus. He was, wasn't
What's
he?
that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll stab him.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
Emmett Selch would be amazing at
Goes without
Among
saying
Us.
that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown.
Oh yeah, I haven't even been to Raktika yet.
Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
Ooh, I want to see Ishtola's new outfit.
I'll take Amareng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
You're also a wanted criminal?
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
We're gonna...
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me.
Sent one too many late night texts, huh?
You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
Oh yeah, Y'shtola would see through whatever fucking tricks the Crystal Exarch might be doing, because she sees ether. Hood wouldn't do shit against her.
What's that?
An Aetheryte ticket?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Leda Luran.
Buddy.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take.
For what benefit?
Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Downside, you might die. Benefit, you get to call Vorthry an idiot to his face. Okay, actually, no, I probably would take that.
Of course. Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
Hang on, Almaz, I need time to... Okay, the cutscene's over. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. When you say the Exarch has been invited to Smash, and I forget that Super Smash Brothers exists for like a solid 10 seconds... You know. Alright, I'm excited to go talk to Y'shtola, though. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet, within that hall, there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey into Fort Job that we might secure this relic. Maybe Vorthry won't immediately betray him. There's a chance Vorthry is a level-headed leader who uses words and not violence. Listen, I can speak from past experience that if you just walk up to Vorthry and call him a dumbass, you've got like at least 10 minutes before he realizes what just happened. Alright. Let's see, where are we going? Nope. I'm stupid? There we go. I feel so blue. Oh, cool. We got a series of quests here. Well, I'm not level 76 yet, so it can't be the new dungeon. Here, amidst these ruins, we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall, the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let's find what remaineth of the chapel here. Next dungeon should be 75. Oh, yeah. I, for some reason, thought it was events. Maybe I was at Job Quest is what I was thinking of. Right. Sup, Thancred? What's your opinion? Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. Well, there's some big-ass stairs here. That seems promising. Which would be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. I'm getting ready for bed. God, I wish that were me. So the level 75 dungeon allows you up to level 76. What? The hell does that mean? I'm confused, but whatever. Let's see. This is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now have always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time. Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. It's still in use. Oh. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed. 'Twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Great Wood that they finally found sanctuary. Often many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well Ishola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed in their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. I should write the... So... The tablet of which he spoke, no doubt provided the glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. So Raktika worships dark, you got it. Well then, we better hurry up and find it. G selection usually tells these details as well if you scroll down. That's weird. Oh, I'm literally searching for the tablet. There's the boy. Wait, what happens if I click on him? Oh, neat. With the tablet, a fragment of Holy Scripture, it would most assuredly rest here on the altar. Yet this would, I presume, also have been where the blessed placed the font of seeing used in the practice of their faith. Whether then would they have seen the... What the fuck is a font of seeing? Alright, questions for later. Thonquid, your opinion? Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like? Let me just describe an iPad. Minfilia, your wait. Oh, I honestly thought it would be on the ceiling, but whatever. Minfilia, what's your opinion? I can barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer. This is seriously all I've got. Well, fuck, there it is. I've located the time-worn tablet. Da 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 da. Imagine reading couldn't be me. Did I not say something read? Whatever. Did I not say something read? I'm trying so hard. Man, that is an excited point. Within the altar, thou sayest. Man, this is actively a place of worship, and there's just a stone inside their altar that they just never bothered to remove. Also, sorry, you know what, never mind, does not matter. Certainly hope this is what we were looking for. How are you able to see in the dark and inside the altar of all places? I'm very cool. Naught escapeth thine eye, it would seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I'm not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Lanka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. Okay. Lanka, and also I should write down that the people who worship the dark are the Knights Blessed. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understood the Ishtola only too well. But come, let's quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Over the river and through the woods to Ishtola's house we go. Ere we depart, there's a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases, masters their disciples. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's? I'm confused. So you can say other people's names, but not your own name? So it is that Y'shtola have taken the name of Master Matoria. Oh, what a fucking... I was confused by that, actually. I remember, in the trailer, it was like Master Matoria, and then it was Y'shtola, and I was like, why are they calling Y'shtola Master Matoria? That's weird. Right. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let's speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. Okay. Don't say names. And that makes Master Matoria. Oh, I see. So, the name you have, you're called, like, you take, like, your parents' real name as your fake name, basically. That's weird. Wait, so... let's just say my dad's name was like John Smith or whatever. Like, question. When I get born, do I walk around as John and now everyone knows my dad's name is John, but they just don't say his name is John? I do a little bit of confusion as a treat. How am I doing on ether currency anyway? Oh, I'm missing all the fucking quests. Wait a second. Should I be able to fly in Lakeland? 1, 2, 3. Those are blue quests. No. I'm missing one. But why do I have the closing quest? Will getting one of these unlock the last quest for an ether current? Do I need to knock these out at some point? Well, it said parent or master. So, like, that's why Y'shtola is Master Matoria and stuff. I think it was just a name she picked. I mean, Master Matoria is her master. Like, literally. Those blue ones do tend to give ether currency. Yeah, but my confusion is that I'm missing 4. But I have the last one, which is usually like the story quest of the thing. And normally when you do the last story quest in the thing, that's when you unlock flying, if you've done everything else. So I should have 4 blue quests, but I only have 3, hence my confusion. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Yes, I know that blue is for unlocking things. I'm worthy of that far. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? Yes, of course. Right this way. I also haven't uncovered the map yet. True.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Morrowind is a game.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
My brother in Christ.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule. Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
The smile falling from his
Can we not
face.
simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
You murdered millions! At least 7 times! 7.5, depending on whether you count this one.
Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
Bitch!
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
Minfilia!
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
I enjoy the look of shock on his face, like, really?
Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
What do we stand to lose from killing this guy? She's a child, don't yell at her. I am simply correcting her. Nico's told me the essence of what they've done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us? Okay, never mind. She's very smart. If he never opened his mouth again, it would be too soon. Was it now? Do you expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well. I will humor this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on, then. What do you wish to... Oh, really? Why choose this form here in the first? Well, well. What a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Asians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as it fits the occasion. Or not, if we so choose. But for a year or millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So, after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though as your friend over there can attest, they are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habre, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. What if I say, actually, never mind? If you've nothing to ask of me, why are you still here? Don't you have wardens to vanquish or realm to save? The fuck is your angle here? 'Tis plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner. And so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto the largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they know not how to go on, wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For mercy, Ishola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps, to Fort Gone. Sorry, I'm saying that's ravaged 2 years ago. In my notes real quick. He does have plenty of backups, it's fine. Oh yeah, it was established that he has backups. My man designed an OC once 6,000 years ago. It was like, well, I'm keeping this. What the fuck is that? What? I was hoping that was what would happen, but I didn't want to say it out loud. Oh, that's excellent and awful and disturbing. Oh, that's... I'm so mad and also delighted. When it drags itself along the ground, it makes the sound of a... Oh, that's so good. That's so funny. Also, a Troceraptor. Damn. Well, where's this friend of yours we've come to meet? She's just gonna fuck up Emet Selch on sight, isn't she? We both know how Urianger enjoys painting pictures with his words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. It's a fruit genie thing? Yeah, basically. Did Will rub the jar? Can you phrase it differently? Also, hi, Jesse. I wonder if the lyrics here are a real language or not.
Little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction.
They're underground, aren't they?
Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
The look on his face.
Now, surround them!
We do have the Asine in our midst. That does kind of take away a lot of our credibility.
These Sin Eaters, they're not like the others.
Wait, Sin Eaters?
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Sup? Kupo? What? Whatever. We're not Sin Eaters. I'll say the obvious thing, but like Kupo?
Perhaps they speak the truth.
Does no one come to the woods? Like ever? Please shoot that one.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Don't.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade.
Oh my god, you asshole! He's gonna teleport out and then everyone's gonna be like, they are Sin Eaters.
Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Oh, thank god. Sup?
Enough. Runar, report.
Show me the hot girl. Show me!
Master Matoya!
Show me the glam. Show me the glam. Show me the glam. Show me the glam.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, Might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
She does not know I'm here, that is
My
fair.
apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us.
Bum, bum, bum.
Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
Puissant. Having great power or influence. Neat.
It cannot be.
You truly thought me a sin eater. I'm gonna sass Y'shtola. She's too sassy not to sass. You truly thought me a sin eater. Asshole.
Master Matoya?
Oops, shit. I just clicked it off my stream accidentally.
Lower your weapons.
I mean, calling out she used her mom's name is pretty sassy too. Mom?
Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Matoya basically raged Y'shtola. Something I would probably know if I bothered to do the blue checkmark quests, blue exclamation mark quests, whatever. Or the yellow quests, whatever. It's very funny that I'm actually passing by other people. That she should imagine him a stranger. That ended a lot better than it might have, no thanks to Emet Selch. Didn't expect it to be so imposing in person. What's up, Y'shtola? I don't know how I feel about Y'shtola's glam. It's... like, the fur lining and stuff, I like. But the skirt kind of loses me. Or, like, the gown part of it. I'm not sure what to call this, really. I forget what the back of it looks like. I'm not crazy about it opening in the back with the fur either. It's like, it's solid. But it's not like, I was kind of hoping for like a glow up, like a, basically like Alisaie got. But, no, it's like, actually, what was Y'shtola? What was Y'shtola's glam in, Stormblood? Hang on. Oh yeah, no, it was actually something I did not care for that much. And thank God that the picture I clicked on features her current glam, so I didn't accidentally get spoiled of what she looks like in Endwalker. But yeah, no, I'm not sure I've ever really liked any of Y'shtola's looks. They've all been like, fine. This is definitely is this an improvement? This is definitely an improvement. You've been busy since arriving in the First, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Oh, you don't want to walk with me, asshole. This is honestly my favorite one for her. Like, it's not bad. I can see why people would like it. It's just not, like, my thing. Like, I get it. I'm just like, it's fine. Maybe I'll warm up to it more with time. I think, like, just, like, the profile shot. Like, if Y'shtola was a streamer, right? And this was all I saw of her, I'd be like, fantastic, great glam. But, unfortunately, I have gazed upon... it's just, it's fine. It's not bad. I mean, to be fair, the latest glams I saw were Alize's glam, which was just an immense improvement over her past one, because her past one I just never liked. Urion J's glam, which is banger, and Thancred's new glam, which is like, Thancred's always been like decent. I've never really cared about Thancred's glams though. Like the white coat just kind of works the same for me. Bottom half isn't as strong as the top. I mean, all of her is a top. We can agree on that, right? You know? Sorry, I don't mean to steal Viz's thunder, but there you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12s would, this force is a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Is it underground? Oh, I feel so smart, because I was like, you know, I remember them hiding underground for, Oh, I really hope it's underground. I'm gonna feel so smart. Oh, I'm gonna feel so smart. I am not that smart. Damn it. Alright. Sorry, I was thinking about, like, the underground city for, the 12s wood and everything. And for some reason, I cannot remember the name. Gridania. Though it wasn't Gridania at the time when it was underground, I know. But, like, I was hyping it up in my brain. Gelmora, thank you. What's up, Minfilia? Have you ever seen such a tree? To think these are only the roots. Wait, the roots? What? What am I looking for? Is it that? Is this it? I didn't even register that as like one big... Hang on a second. No, going outside won't really give me... Will going outside give me a better look? Let's not worry about it right now. Huh. Neat. Whatever. Finally a place to rest. And to make their home here so swiftly would surely have required no small amount of ingenuity. Most impressive feat without I agree. I agree. All the actual dwellings here are in caves. Gilmore, D's nuts. I'm sorry, I'm trying to delete it.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements.
I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy.
They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Their salute is them covering their eyes. Were it not for the fact that we are trying actively to enjoy darkness right here, I would say the metaphor was too thick.
Way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
What happened to the First Amendment? You literally asked me to. I was simply doing what... I was simply giving you what you wanted. And yet you come at me. And you accuse me of violating your rights. No, I said I'm trying to lead it. Oh, I'm sorry. Next time I have to do an execution, I'll just give the prisoner a gun and a bullet then.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
Honestly, I trust Y'shtola on that.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Did Y'shtola's voice actress just like get so much better? Hang on a second.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya.
It's definitely better. There's a twist. That I almost want to call it like, it's the type of thing that I that bugs the hell out of me in like some YouTube essayists and stuff, where like the last syllable of every sentence, the pitch of the voice goes down. It's like a great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Like every single time.
Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded.
Like every single time.
Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me.
Like part of it is just talking. Part of it. I think it's a personal hang-up more than like an actual critique.
Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
Where's Ixmaya? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying
If there
attention.
is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Oh, that was the tribe of warriors or something that...
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Wow, mean. Not even sassy, just like straight up hostile.
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Damn, Ishtola! Wait, where did this come from?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
That's not even blunt, that's just
He
mean.
understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life.
Fair, yeah, but like...
But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Like, yeah, Minfilia did tell me in Ilmeg that she would give up her life or whatever for the sake of Minfilia. But also, like... fucking hostile from Y'shtola if I've ever heard it. Also, there's one thing that he is kind of psychologically damaging a young girl. Yes. Like, is it necessary? Kind of? Was it what I was expecting? And was it really out of left field to just drop in such a hostile way? And they've been dealing with it a lot longer than a Warrior of Light has. Yeah, it's a type of thing where it's not, I'm not like Y'shtola is an asshole, but it's like, ooh, fuck, Jesus. That's like a step further than I've ever seen Y'shtola go before in terms of just being outright, like, her and Master Matoria have been, like, blunt before to the point of rudeness, but never, like, outright hostile like that. That was, I was not expecting. Also, because I can't stop thinking about it, how the fuck does Y'shtola bun that? Like, I'm very aware of, like, how much of a pain in the ass it is to, like, buckle your bra and everything, and that at least is, like, upper back. Like, this right here is, like, the worst possible position for a buckle to be. That's the, like, how do you button that? Does she have to use, like, I know this does not matter, but it matters to me. Like, how do you need either someone else to do it or to use magic. Or just to, like, never take off your clothes. Like, sorry, I know. Yeah, fate of all the characters. Thancred's possible. Maybe you don't even know. Who knows? Maybe he's possibly psychologically damaging a young girl. Yes, I get it. I'm more curious about how the fuck she buckles this. Because that's a buckle. That is a buckle. Like, sounds like a skill issue. Jesus. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it hardens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alvino have changed since arriving here in the first. Sorry. My camera was blocking it, but Urianger did an animation when she said some of us are as expected. I'm like, Perhaps you should be concerned with how you changed as part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You just pull it up a bit. That's fair. Yeah, if you pull it up a bit. The problem is that when it's unbuckled, the strap would be like in like your lower back, much more to where you would actually buckle a bra. So like you would have to reach back, grab it, then reach back, grab the buckle, and then like pull it up. I don't know because I've never put a bra on before. It's been complained to me before, so I don't know exactly what the difficulty is. But like, yeah, that seems uncomfortable at the least. Yeah, no, perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. I realize I'm not as I was on the source, but I cannot say I regret the decisions that have allowed me to come this far. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray, speak with Runar at the plaza. Damn, I wish I'd never... Yeah, this is why you don't... Like, should we have been mean to Thancred? Maybe a little bit. Doing it in front of Minfilia? Little mean. When Y'shtola first arrived here in the first, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither seeking the wisdom of Aranka. She found little in the way of welcome for the blessed, however. It was not until the Great Fire, where she denied the Cineas to feast to either, that she gained their trust. Since then, I have served as a liaison betwixt the Libero and the Crystarium, though that she may be kept abreast of the others' efforts. Instructor Runar to help you with anything you should acquire. Isn't Runar the people where it's like, ooh, Y'shtola? Minfilia catching strays she doesn't deserve. Yeah. Things can be justified or unjustified in different contexts. Let me go ahead and grab this. Might as well. I haven't actually found any better armor yet, have I? Shit. Whoops. Alright, yeah. We're good. We are just a good bean. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for a less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Wait, I shouldn't tell you my name, though. I should give you, like, a fake name? From the Crystarium. I see. And this tablet you brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoria. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. So I'm a little bit confused. What, did a Great Fire happen and then all the priests died, or was the fire set by the Sin Eaters? It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community. A great oak, within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again, now that she is with us, and I have no doubt the others feel the same. That was a cute emote. You want to say anything, Lunar? She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the dark. Remember the trailer? That was the fire. Oh, yeah. I remember the trailer, but I was curious about when that was going to happen. Because I assumed maybe it happened in the real world with Garlemald approaching, but no. I don't know that much. But you did not hear that from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the dark? In a word, yes, but fear not, it's not too involved. Let's begin with something simple. Follow me. It's understood that all the trailer stuff happened shortly before we came to the first. That's true. Also, have a good night, world. Because Thancred breaking Minfilia out was in the trailer. I did mean back to like go. I've been tempted several times to like go back and watch the trailer again. I've just also been like, I'll wait until after I finish the game for like maximum emotional impact. Should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I may rid you of the light's impurity? Okay. Good night, you have fun. Good night. Man, I could kill for some tea right now, but I'm worried about the caffeine making me unable to sleep. I did take like a big nap today because I can't wake up before like noon on a weekend and not end up taking like a 3-hour nap. It's my sin. I really should just invest in like a coffee maker or something like I have at work. And now I am cold. As Runar lightly sprays you with the water, your skin begins to tingle. And with that, you've been cleansed of the light's blessed, blighted touch. How do you feel? Wet? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said that prayers imbue the waters with a faint, dark energy. Sure, that makes sense. A prickling sensation. No one's ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. Yeah, we are literally bound to the light force. Oh, is Calvin... Oh. Saren, apologies, but I don't think Calvi's going to sleep. Unless you're going to sleep. Purple names, I understand. Excuse you, but Calvi's name is clearly a custom purple color because it's slightly darker than a Weird World's name. This is actually probably the most petty thing that I ever did was I changed my name to Pink, and then I changed my name to be a darker pink. Hi, because it was bugging me just how bright it was in like darkness mode. It was like burning my eyes almost. As a gross over-exaggeration that did not happen. It just bugged me a little bit, so I changed it to be slightly darker. So I support Calvi in their slightly muted color scheme. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect. Unless... Are you about to... By the gods, Master Matori was right. You are Sin Eaters! Dude. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Aline Tuta, in the language of Lanka, it is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is a handshake a gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. Ha ha ha. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alim Tuta and they will know you as a friend of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now, go. They are likely to be hardened by your knowledge of our ways. I like being too bright for dark mode, light mode. I have no idea what is up with light mode. It hurts my eyes. Man. You know. Sorry. I was going to set up a bit where I was going to open up my, like a new page in GIMP and have it be bright white and have it just be the effect where it's like, whoop! Like sometimes happens to me in Teams. But then I realized that, GIMP was just bright white anyway. And I was distracted by how blinded I was. Also, let me fix this real quick because now I fucked with my, scaling on this. Good enough. Happens to me all the time in Teams meetings. It makes me feel embarrassed because you can tell whether or not I have whether or not I have my code open or like something else open because my face will just change between like nice dark mode coding software straight to like bright flashes on my face. Oh my god. No. Alan Tuda. The elderly woman smiles warmly. I have readable colors turned on, so I don't know Calvi's name was purple. What does readable colors do? I have no business with strangers. They're playing hopscotch. You go, tiny children. Ah, a newly come traveler. Alan Chisi, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive me if we seem strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea. The quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Changes the colors to something more readable. I mean, fair, but I mean, I guess I shouldn't have expected a more complex explanation. What more complex explanation can you really give? Now I want to say Alantita to Ishtola, who was in that one, wasn't she? Nothing will happen, but someone trying to, or too dark of a name on dark mode, it's hard to see. We'll make sure it's something you can read. Neat. Like Alantita. The fuck. I have an accent. It's okay. Alan GC. Welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some times, yes? I'm gonna actually write down this. It does not matter, but I'm curious. So Alan Tuda is good evening. So I wonder what Alan Chisi is. Because technically it is very possible that Alan is the word for evening. And the other one is a modifier. Like in this case, Tuda is a good. But I assume Alan is probably good. Just because I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not. Our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Ain't that nice? Let's see. It's a Pokemon! God, Azumarill always annoys me whenever I have to play against it. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now how they built such a thriving community. It's Pikachu! Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It's been too long since we've had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions or there's anything else you need, do not hesitate to ask. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoria, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand... Sure, it would be my pleasure. Is it raining right now? We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. Oops, Will accidentally hit right click. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. I haven't watered my houseplants in like 2 weeks. To be fair, I realized I was drowning them and then broke my habit. Of course, one of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel and when you have finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see you to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill, you water. You got it, buddy. I did see someone pick up a pot earlier and I thought it was weird. It was the only jug I could find that was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Okay. It's a good thing that the garden is literally right here, so I appreciate they gave me 45 seconds to do it. I want to do a dungeon before I go to bed, but I'm also giving myself a pretty hard out because I have to wake up. I have to wake up early tomorrow. So we'll see how far we get. Bless this game and it's making me water the crops. Sorry, I need some more water, Minfilia. Also, how hard is refilling the water? We're literally just dipping it in the jugs, aren't we? Whatever. Sleep is important. Believe it or not. Which is why I'm going to stop streaming at a reasonable time. And then be like, well, I stopped streaming. I might as well, like, play a game or something to relax for a bit. And then I'll look at the clock and it'll be 2 hours later. Something that has definitely happened at least twice before. Says the person has trouble sleeping before 5 a.m. Bless. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? I watered the plants right behind you. You water the crops? Oh, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering the crops was always Tadia's duty, but she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There's no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Vaguely? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed were initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you've read your history. But there's a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost to the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. Now, this is an interesting question. Are the 12... Do the 12 exist? And if so, where? Wait a second. Uh-oh. You know, I dimly remember, not the greatest, but I dimly remember, and please keep the smiley faces in the chat when I say this, I dimly remember Hydaelyn not being really aware of what was going on in the first. Not fully. Because when she took over Minfilia as, like, Oracle, and became Minfilia's, like, presence on the planet, basically, she seemed to not really be sure of what was going on in the first. And so in my brain, this rejoining that happens, that connect all the worlds together, what exactly is being rejoined besides just a... That's something we never answered, has it been? Like, the premise is to bring back their dark god. That's something we've heard. But I'm curious how much of Hydaelyn's essence is also scattered amongst the 12 worlds. It wouldn't make sense. Hydaelyn banished, what was it? Hydaelyn, like, I don't remember the exact lore about what happened between Hydaelyn and the dark god whose name I can't remember. What was it? Basically, they separated, and then that caused the 12 worlds to split out. I'm very curious about how much of Heidelin was lost in that process, but we'll figure it out. Sundered Zodiarch into the 14 fragments. Okay. In the truth, they found a new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies and the sunless sea above. That is why we pray. For the safe passage of wayward souls into that blessed black abyss. For the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them. That we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. With so many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You're kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In times such as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. I am so sorry, I've been reading this out loud for like the last minute, and I've not understood a single word she said. This is what we must do for them, for our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. You good, Slime? Yeah, she's fine. Probably. She's fine. Sorry, give me a second. The truth they found in their faith, the belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace. And this in the sea above, that is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls into that blessed black beast for the return of the night that we may someday look. Okay. Okay, I get the... It's very... For some reason it's skipping over my brain, but... I can see what Isabel is saying. Also, not looking forward to the moment where I have to convince Minfilia not to kill herself. Anyway, what's up, Runar? Done tending to the crops already. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! Go on. In the woods! Sin Eaters! I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For a mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to the Slitherbur. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But, sir, what of Tadia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. All the time for Sin Eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was that you said about a stone? What's the touch? A few days passed. Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the hearthstone of the deceased at their funeral as an offering to the heavens, but now... Hang on, I just realized I need to check something. Okay. What if I could find it for you? I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the lights corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Mitoria called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well. But if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I can never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? I'll come with you. It'll be fine. You're an adult. Well, you're a child, but you're an adult. Thank you. With you, well, you're not an adult by literally any meaning of the word, but it's fine. I'll be the fun uncle. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. It's fine. Final Fantasy only has 3 child soldiers. Only 3 of them. And that's an acceptable number of child soldiers. We don't need to cancel them yet. I hate using that word, but I couldn't think of a better one in time. Give Minifylia head pats. Minifylia also is like an adorable name for her, and I appreciate it so much. Also, I assume this is actually an ether quest. I should probably pick it up before I head out, just so I can knock it out of the park real quick. What's up, buddy? Yeah. You're that guest master, please, you have to help me. It's a time low, but I can't find my friend Narns. He ran out to Fort Collins, where he grew up. It's been a year to go by the same attack. Plays team with all my RPs and my bear. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. He's my faithful passion. Chuck too. He's a skate short, so don't delay telling him no. You mean do no harm, whatever. Weren't y'all expressly forbidden from leaving the village? I mean, no, I'm not going to give the game shit for that, because these quests have to happen no matter where the main story quest you are. We don't like to think of 16-year-olds that way, but that's Charlene for us. Do not the twins. Confusion, but whatever. I really hope the person singing this gets over their hiccups. Alright, Minfilia, what's good? You know, I've helped a little blonde girl fight monsters in the forest before, so I'm experienced in this. Shout out to my conjurers. Let's go! The Twins of Mer Child Peace Corps. Shadow. There! The Sin Eaters! Oh, not this asshole. Oh, there's more than one of those assholes. Oh, I thought those were all Light Warden class Sin Eaters, basically, but... I was hoping there would only be one. There's no way we can search for the stone without dealing with them first. Aren't these like super strong Sin Eaters? I thought these were like just What do you propose we do? Something I would not normally ask a child in this situation, but I can always just tell her no in real life. Fighting them together would make them a lot of noise, which might attract beasts or other eaters. But if we fought them separately and quietly, we might not have to worry about that. I'm curious about this clip. Alright then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other. You're gonna die. The hell? kind of expected this to be like the final boss. To be fair, I think the one I'm thinking of didn't have a horn on her head, so it was like kind of unique. I mean, obviously that one in specific turned, damn it, I have to go 2 pages in my notes back. Tesleen. So I assume we're gonna get revenge on the one who turned Tesleen. Also, I assumed all Sin Eaters had the touch, but I assume the touch in this case is something that like high-level Sin Eaters have, where they can turn people directly into Sin Eaters. It was the first boss of Homeminster Switch. Oh, I thought it like flew in, and then the first boss of Homeminster Switch. I didn't know I already avenged Tesleen. I thought it flew in and then it flew away for some reason. Also, there's no reason for me to fight this one. I guess I just saw it in the area and was like, oh, gotta kill it. Well, it's a nice way to build up some cartridges real quick. You put down both the Cinia that changed her and Tesleen herself. Oh. Huh. Well, that's my B. Where am I going, actually? In chat mode, say tuck to do a sure car. Oh, sorry. This is the fucking... Where exactly do I need to do this? There it is. What's up, buddy? You good? You're from Slitherbow. Varthan must have sent you then. I was fine with it until that damn beetle. It's only scratched, but I'm starting to feel numb and my vision's going clouded. Worst of all, I dropped my only vial of serum somewhere in these damn woods. Can you find it for me? Sure, buddy. Try not to die while I deal with the main story quest. It was special because Tesleen cut off its wing. Yeah, I know that, but I could have sworn like it flew in and then... Oh, Jesus. Well done, Minfilia. Dekka, there you are. It's done, though I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. This is the strongest 16-year-old. Is she stronger than the twins? Maybe? Well, she does have the power of a god. I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the bush. Was not expecting the dead Sin Eater here. You don't have to do better than Minifillet, you're just a small bean. I'm sorry, this is gonna bug me so much. Homeminster Switch playthrough. Homeminster Switch dungeon guide. Dungeon gameplay, here we go. I thought it flew off or something. Yeah, it's the first boss. They're fighting it, they're fighting it. I'm skipping ahead to the end of the fight. And then... you... Oh, wow, it does die. Huh. For some reason, I thought it flew off or something. Weird, whatever. Just look at your own VOD, but I'm bored. I'm lazy. Oh, for God's sake. Why do I want to play Civilization 3 now again? It's the same style of music, I guess. Let's see. It's not evil like on the other side of this tree or something, is it? No. Barrage. That seems promising. Do you know Lahi? It's funny, Will. Do you know what the name of this music track is? Civilizations. Ha! That is actually kind of funny. Don't I feel smart? There we go. Jesus Christ. Looking for a green stone in the middle of a forest floor. I have no idea how I ever would have found it. With like no clue to its whereabouts either. Alright. A little bit past Minfilia should be far enough to lose aggro. Like here? Yeah, okay. Turns out Minfilia was safe. Did you have any luck? Here you go, buddy. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you were a man of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm ever to be half the hero you are. Well, I mean, in height, you're already all the way there. The hero she was. I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Greenar and the others are probably worried. You know, I was going to make fun of Minfilia for a second. I know, hang on, sorry, let me explain. I was going to make fun of her because being like, the hero she was, in like a voice of like, I don't want you to think that I'm asking for help, but I really want to talk about this thing the way that children do. And I remembered, oh yeah, she's a kid. That makes sense. She is a kid. Yeah, that's something I would do when I was 16 and angsty. Just be like, but, you know, I'm so hungry. I'm not sure I've ever really enjoyed my mother's cooking since the accident. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought up these things. Let's see, up here. Let's deal with this either current thing real quick. Grab it and go. You know, hang on, wait a second. I just remembered something. I wonder, is GDQ over now? Yeah, it's over. Rip. I know they were finishing up with Final Fantasy V. I wonder what the final total was. Game's done quick. It should be up on the 2024 go. It seems like they don't have a running counter on their thing. Oh well. I'm sure I'll see you later. It's probably up on like their Twitter or something. I think it was over 2.5. Nice. Good for them. Okay, just give me the ether, Karen. Here's your CM, whatever, goodbye. Are you embarrassed to drink in front of me? Thank you, I should be fine after a bit of rest. What are you thinking? I had to Varthan for my father. And wow, that seems like a very important quest that I'm not going to pay attention to. I do want to give the writers credit. I think it's very nice that they're actually using these blue exclamation point quests in a much smarter way. Because they were always like one-offs in previous expansions, but now they're actually leading into local quests in a way that makes a lot of sense in terms of like maximizing your writing real estate. Every Final Fantasy is the final one when it's released. Well, presuming the apocalypse doesn't happen, we'll be fine. I'm a little bit surprised they ended this year's GDQ with Final Fantasy V, though. I wasn't expecting it. Like, it seems like they usually end it. What they ended last year with Elden Ring. I remember that. But you know, I expect, and it was a tradition to end it with Super Metroid before they ran out of Super Metroid runs to do. So like, I'm just a little bit surprised. It was originally going to be Super Metroid, I believe. Oh no, did something happen? Wait, but they already did Super Metroid earlier in the thing. They did a Super Metroid Taz. That can't be right. Final Fantasy VI was a few years back? Thank goodness you are safe. I've begun to fear the worst. I need to watch that. Oh man, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... When I go to bed for the night, I'm gonna get all comfy in my bed and I'm gonna watch that Super Metroid Taz run. That should be fun. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with our service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits into the sunless sea in the hereafter. That's funny. That just reminds me of this fun lore fact. You see, in Warhammer 40k, even should we all be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Are these Orsite? That'd be cool. That'd be real cool if these were like Orsite in some way, but they're not. It's Jade. Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you've done. Wait, hang on, shit. Oh, fuck, never mind. I must assist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There's still much we must do to prepare, but please, go inform the others they will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings. Orsite doesn't hold ether very long, though. Fair. Okay. I was just like, ooh, that would be cool. We're at level 74 quests, so we're not near the dungeon yet. Hey, Thancred. Dick and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. Where was Thancred again? Oh, he stormed out. That's right. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom out in the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There were Sin Eaters and... As long as he accompanied you. But do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse. How did you... Let's just say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Dekka has business with us. Is something the matter? Was Thancred watching us or something? They've asked us to attend the service. Of course we'll go. It's being held in the darker, is it? We'll take care not to be late. I promise. Holy Julia and Urianjay were able to finish their work in peace. It's so relieved to know everything is going as planned. I'll journey in the dark. Uh-oh. Nothing says everything is about to go wrong in Final Fantasy XIV, just like people going just as planned. All according to Cake. This reminds me of the Conjurer's Guild, actually, but... What's up? Oh, you're the person I talked to earlier, I remember. The one that didn't speak. And isn't speaking now. The elderly woman hands you a candle. She then points over at a nearby corner where you might place it. I wouldn't describe this as a corner. Wait at the destination, alright. Lactique is essentially the world's version of the Shroud. The similarities likely aren't unintended. I mean... Am I gonna have a conversation with y'all about, like... I'm not that dumb? I could have sworn that this was Limsa Laminsa.
It seemed only right that we show our faces. May we join you?
No, no one said I was dumb. It was a little bit of a bit. There's something very fucked up, though, about the body was unrecoverable, so all we have left is this stone.
Let us begin.
What is that accent? Consider spin. Hey, Nikki.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. We entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace.
That was a well-read voice line.
Will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
Is this the first time we've heard heaven explicitly used as a word in this game? No. But no. But no. Oh, I honestly expected the floor of this to just be nothing but gemstones. That would be fucked up. Okay, yes, shut up. Heaven's word, I get it.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
But there's a difference between, like, the heavens, you know, and, like, heaven. That's what I meant. Like, you know, the heavens is in, like, the skies above. And, like, okay. Because, you know, before this, we know that when people die, they typically go to, like, the Ether Sea.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul onto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
Well, shit, you should have just asked me. They do refer to the heavens and the afterlife. Now, fair enough. I just got caught off guard because, I don't know, it stuck with me for some reason. It's pretty rare, at least. But, yeah, I do a little bit of a folklore sometimes. Who would have known? Who would have guessed?
I am told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
I should like to have met her.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars. We cannot allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
Sorry, the line reading is just, I'm digging so much into line readings tonight, it's becoming a little bit of a focus in my brain. It's a little weird, and I'm trying to place why.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
It's that easy.
Urianger and I finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers.
Fuck.
We have much to discuss.
Sorry, I didn't have anything. Wait. There we go. That's better. Might be the sleepiness. Might be! Who would have thought? I just hit myself in the pec and it hurts now. Whoopsie. No bonk. I'm very funny. We allow a little bit of it. I'm sorry. We don't have to do the full flooding with puns thing. What's up with y'all? Hopefully you still has good news to share. A chance to... Sorry, I wasn't saying reading. Can you say that again? A chance to reclaim the night has lit a fire in Minfilia that I would see rekindled. What do you suppose she's gleaned from the tablet? Leon J, you're also here. I've no doubt that will film the stuff in the tablet most informative. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. She does not like the Exarch. Level 74, no dungeon yet. We're probably gonna have to cut ourselves off tonight before I get to do that. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to my surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkan Empire and was likely written into the direction of the reigning ruler. It was a time of strife and unceasing war with neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperation, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will somehow help us get into Ixmaja? Ixmaja. Indeed, we do. For etched into this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkan Empire. Provided we are able to decipher said instructions, we may entreat the ruin's protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have but one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkan text and translations into a more modern dialect which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I'm confident it will something. Where can we find this monument? Here in Cydia, quite close to Silverborough, in fact. The good news ends there, however, for in the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the Children of the Everlasting Dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. And before you even ask, the answer is no. If we're to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. Alright, I'll stay here until you return. We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Honestly, you should take Minfilia over me. I'm not a stealthy dude. I'm a big-ass tank boy. To help ensure we're as stealthy as possible, we're gonna take the 2 tanks with guns. Then let us convene outside to the west of Slitherborough where the path diverges. Right. I probably should make all possible preparations. Okay, you got it, Minfilia. Calling him honestly, this is not quite petty, but this is not right. I acknowledge that before I say it. But it feels almost derogatory to call her Minfilia, because it implies she's like, man, I hope she takes a different name at the end of the expansion or something. Because Minfilia isn't her name. Minfilia was the name given to her. And if she's going to be her own person, I mean, it seems suitable with the fact of, like, the power that this specific area is giving to names. I'll kill you. And I won't. There we go. Oh, I was one step away. Oh, I was trying to be at that leash range. Everyone's name is given to them. I'll kill you. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it would be foolish to simply rush in. A guard has been posted at Cleric to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he has ought to share of their recent activity. But we must tread carefully. This is a chance to remain confident along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse the victims of sin and usher them into the sunless sea. I'd rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Some people pick their own names, that is true. I'm glad I didn't pick my own name. I would have picked something stupid. I know how much it blew my mind when I was a kid. Because my parents told me, like, oh yeah, you were almost named Henry. And I was like, wow, that's wild. Why would you ever name me Henry? I'm clearly Will. Just like forgetting that names have things. I almost, because now another Will has been hired. And I'm like subtly encouraging people at my work to start using my last name. Because like it happens in meetings where it's like, oh, which Will are you talking about? And I'm like, you can just use my last name. And it feels weird. Oh no, the Watchman is perfectly fine. Buddy. 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 Oh, I wasn't paying attention, my bad. I'll be honest, I was just flat out not looking. Can I get away with using an extra thing here? Probably. Nope. Oop, yep. Nope. Damage over time. Whip. You're fine. I really get called my first name, maybe that's why. By the blessed dark. I also have the added thing that most people don't. Of like, I just go by my first name on the internet. It feels weird when people call me Shriveling or Fire or whatever. I am aware. Like, my full name is going to become known at some point. Or at least it's going to be very easily accessible. I'm never going to be like... It's never going to be to a point where it's like worrisome, but people could figure out my full name if they want to, and that's weird. Thankfully, it hasn't come up, and if it ever does come up, it's easy to just ban those people, but it's a weird feeling. Thank goodness you are unharmed. I'm not like there are other people who have much better protections around their names than I do. Is your name William Fancy Pants? Ah, the table's in the way. I can't throw anything. I'm sorry. That's a shame. That's so sad. Oh no. I'm very funny. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. You are an acquaintance of Master Matoria then. My apologies. Sorry, I was doing a bit. I wasn't aware that you insulted me. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought to take a closer look. I was careless. Strange. What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from Florida fauna. But then I took notice of their venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something. Tell me, does this world have Kool-Aid? Any ideas as to what? It could be anything, really. If it means the end of the blessed, nothing would be too cruel or violent for them. But perhaps we can use the present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nests where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of bees? Set them loose on the nest and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment. Bees? What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you anything we might be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. I call it Plan B. I'm not going to give you a full, like, da-da crash, but I'll give you, like, a... There you go. Then it's settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. I think I remember Otis saying in in an SPS, I don't know what SPS is, so someone will have to tell me that. They regrets not using a pseudonym when you started One Piece. Like a pen name, yeah, that makes sense. Basically, author's comment at the back of volumes. Yeah. I'm a mime now. My favorite class. I mean, they've added painter. Why not mime? He could be the greatest tank class. Oh man, imagine a tank class where the gimmick was it was a mime. Oh my god. It was a job in Final Fantasy Tactics? Fuck! Damn it! They were funny before I was. Oh, okay, sorry, I got confused by my map for a second. They were funny before I was. Okay, this is gonna bug the shit on me. No, just, fine, whatever. And Final Fantasy VI. Sorry? Really shouldn't have used my legal name. Basically, answer question when using films. Yes, Devil Fruits uses peanuts is also Devil Fruit aspect. What the fuck are you talking about? Did I miss a beat? With respect, what? Older is the author of One Piece. Yes, I'm with you that far. I just don't remember. You were talking about how he regrets not using a pseudonym, which I assume is something he said in a, like, author's comment at the back of volumes or something? Is that where this came from? Yeah, SBS is the author's comment section, and he said at some point in there, okay, cool. I apologize. I did not remember asking. In the least, in a non-hostile way, I don't remember. I literally do not remember asking. I'm sure I did. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, this is the bastard math. Hang on, because there's two of them, so it's more efficient to use my single target thing actually, but my AOE combo. We did that math. Whatever. Might as well finish that out. I'm not really being optimal with my buttons here, but whatever. It is kind of nice, actually, to be a little bit unoptimal, because it makes me actually remember what my buttons are, rather than just relying on muscle memory. No, it's okay. It's okay. I remember the only thing I remember from the Fantastic Four movie that was in like the late 2000s or whatever is that there was a joke while Reed was like drunk at a bachelor party or something where people were like, ooh, he has a rubber penis, which is a thing that I only remember because CinemaSins was like, why would anyone want like a gooey, like not at all hard. Anyway, what's up, Ishtola? The guard returns his leather bow, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, Thancred and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? We're past my outpoint. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let's hurry before the bees begin to stir. Alright, this is probably where I'll have to call it for the night. Did the Human Torch ever light his farts on fire? Honestly, yeah, that does seem like something that movie would do. Wait, why is Rainbow Six doing a best of 5 grand 5 though? Oh, I think it's over. Hey, alright. I mean, it couldn't be with 3 hours. That would have been a quick best of 5. Sorry, I got distracted. Ooh, the Pokemon Charlotte regional stream is still go. Ooh, Wolf is on stream. This is live? This must be a Sorry, just because I really want to watch this best of 3, I'm just gonna raid Pokemon. And if y'all want to watch it too, then that's fine. I really want to watch this best of 3. What team does he have? Urshifu, Rapid and Sinnoh, Fluttermane, Furgiraffe, Ogerpon, Fire. Ogerpon Fire! With Grassy Glide. Oh, jeez. Ivy Cudgel, Grassy Glide, Swords Dance. With the Rillaboom support, Grassy Glide kind of makes sense. It's a weird sort of priority, actually. Hang on, I like this team. Like, Grassy Glide, Rillaboom, and Ogerpon? That's kind of nice. That's kind of funny, because when people talk about priority spam in the format, they're mostly annoyed at Chen Pao Entei. But they don't set up their own terrain, so they can get screwed over by Indeedee. But ooh, Grassy Glide. Ooh, I want to watch this best of 3. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna raid Pokemon. You don't have to stick around. I understand it's kind of niche, but yeah. Have a good night, everybody, and I will stream again. Maybe tomorrow night? It depends. Oh man, I gotta do more editing at some point, but we'll see. Alright. Have a good night, and bye-bye. The one time I didn't have to jump into the chat and be like, hey, hold these, because why the fuck? I mean, it's an emote-only chat. Plus, Pokemon being an emote-only chat. It better be with all the children about. Alright. Later.